AFTV DT, time to get into the player ratings. And it's a much more nicer player ratings than it was the other day against Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
3-0 to the Arsenal. A very good win in the end and some very good performances all around the team today.
Yeah, I felt there was. I don't think that there was one player that you looked at and went, yeah, you were poor tonight. I thought everybody put solid performances in. There were obviously some that stood out more than others, but all round, it was a really good team performance. So it's going to be a nice player ratings for once.
All right, let's kick it off. Leno in goal.
Don't think he had anything to do. I think you could have probably put Runnison in goal. Do you know what I mean? That's how little he had to do. But
I don't remember him making like a proper save in the game.
No, nothing. Nothing. Just handled everything, kicked everything, done what he had to do. Another clean sheet in the bank.
Very nice and playing the ball out of the back.
Yeah, yeah. I'll give him a solid 7. Can't really give him more because he didn't do anything.
Okay. Let's go to a player that we was all shocked to see start tonight, and that was Cedric.
Yeah, I thought he was excellent.
He was good.
He was very, very good. I thought his delivery was good. 9 times out of 10, it was on point. Got an assist as well. Done very well to stop that from, going all out. That must have been millimeters from the whole ball being out of play.
What I liked about that assist is he drove into the box. He didn't just like immediately say, right, I'm just going to hit it into the box. He didn't just hit and hope. We've seen that a lot this season. Just hit into the box and hopefully someone can get on the end of it. He drove into the box, picked out the player. It was brilliant.
Yeah, it was purpose. That's what it was, an intent. And, at the end of the day, nobody expected him to be in the starting lineup. Hector wasn't injured. So, give the manager credit. And Cedric repaid the faith that he had in him to put him in the starting lineup. So, before tonight, he's only played 5 minutes, I believe, in the Premier League. So he must have had a lot of faith to, be put out there. And he played 90. And listen, that was a very good performance. Very encouraging. One step at a time. But for tonight, he gets an 8. I thought that was a brilliant performance.
No, definitely. Tierney on the other side.
I felt he was the quieter of the two.
Yeah, he
believe
was.
it or not. And that's like, but you know what? On the same side, I think that that's a good thing that we can actually, try and release the burden from Tierney being the constant outlet. But saying that, he could have still had an assist in there as well. There was one in the second half where he flashed it across the box, and Smith Rowe and Lacazette were very close to getting a toe on the end of it. But I'd say solid 7 from him. But
okay, yeah. Rob Holding.
Again, very simple night for him. Anything that was thrown up his way, he dealt with. Distribution. I think there was one in the first half actually where he tried to really punch the ball in and it went in the North Bank somewhere. But apart from that, no, it was a very, very good performance from him. But solid 7 as well, I'd say. Didn't have a lot to do.
Louise?
Same as Rob Holding, probably, to be honest. Done what he needed to do.
Did what he needed to do. They kept what I was impressed with is that they kept Andy Carroll, who was the obvious threat. And Callum Wilson is Callum Wilson, 8 goals this season. He's been playing well.
Yep.
Kept the fight. I mean, they were, you forgot they were playing. You forgot they were on the pitch. So that's what made their performances even better.
I would say the only critical thing I'd have with David Luiz is that he probably should have had 2 goals tonight. He had header in the first half and then a header towards the end of the game where he, made the run and he does everything right, bar the heading. But I'm not gonna,
What are you giving him?
7. Solid.
7. All right, we're moving to the midfield. Granit Xhaka.
I thought his distribution tonight was excellent. He wasn't the best out of the 2 between him and Partey. But yeah, distribution complemented Partey really well. I think it was a solid all-round performance. I'd say a 7 as well. But again, another solid performance. Not a, just gets a 7. I just think that it was just done everything he needed to do, had to do, and did it well.
Yep. Thomas Partey.
The guy is a level above everything. And, like I said to you in my interview, This guy's not even 100% fit yet. He's still not even, you know, adapted or, you know, got into the way of life of the Premier League. Or when he's 100% fit, man, listen, I'm going to do that dance video with you. Do you know what I mean? It's like, because you can see why we're so hyped about him, because he's the type of player that we've been crying out for. I can go right back to the Vieira days. That's how long it's been. The closest to Vieira that we've ever got a sight of was Abu Dhabi. But we all know what injuries did to him. But he's quality, man. And I just felt he done everything. His passing is on a different level. 8 for me. He was superb tonight.
All right, Emile Smith-Rowe.
Again, I thought in the first half he was really trying to find pockets and, you know, create openings. And in the second half is when he got to really come into his own. And the fact that, you know, 75, 80 minutes, he looked like he was on empty, shows how much he did during the course of that game. Brilliant performance, brilliant assist as well for Saka's goal. He gets a solid 8 for me.
Okay, Saka.
Same as well. I think in the first half he was quiet by his standards. I felt you could kind of see he was kind of on the edge, and there were little moments, but nothing really that stood out. And then second half again, like Emile Smith-Rowe really just burst into life, came into his own, another goal. And that's a good habit to have when you start scoring goals as an attacking player, and especially a young player as well. And you know, they're building up a bit of a relationship, all these young boys, the likes of Smith-Rowe and Saka and everything else. So I'd say a solid 8 again for me as well.
Okay, Aubameyang.
My man of the match, given the fact of the criticism, the abuse, and everything that's, you know, gone into his performances and captain. And I felt tonight, you know, somebody that is lacking confidence would have let their head go down when he, you know, missed that chance and he hit the bar. But everything kept falling to him tonight in the first half. And I'm sitting there going, you know what? I don't mind chances falling to Aubameyang. If there's one guy you want him to fall to, it's him. And if he needs 3 or 4 to get himself going again, so be it. And that was the case. And once he got that goal, which was a superb goal as well, by the way, took it on the left-hand side, weak foot, bang. And then, yeah, simple goal by his standards for the second. I thought his work rate was good. Link-up was good. I felt it was a decent performance all round. And getting the 2 goals, yeah, he gets man of the match for me, 9.
Okay, and Lacazette?
I think the only thing that was missing from his performance was a goal. I think Newcastle's goalkeeper, I think he was a decent goalkeeper. He looked really good tonight. And if it wasn't for him, it probably would have been 5 or 6. But yeah, solid performance. But again, just the only thing lacking was a goal. He gets a 7.
Okay, substitutes, they all went on.
Yeah, 20 minutes or so. They all get standard marks in the middle.
Yeah, kind of 5 for all of them. But the manager, Mikel Arteta.
Going to give him a 9. I think that, you know, a perfect performance gets you a 10, whether you're a player or a manager or anything else. And, you know, it wasn't the perfect performance. We still had things we should have done in the first half and stuff. But obviously, he's got into them at half time, changed things around a bit, made them do certain things. And it obviously worked. So they're obviously...
His brave team selection in going with Cedric right from the start as well.
And that's the thing. Went with Cedric. Never went with what we all thought with Gabriel at left centre-back. You know, and there were a lot of people that were probably thinking tonight as well that maybe this was the one that Willian might sneak back in ahead of Emile Smith-Rowe.
I think the ones for me that I was looking at before the game where I thought he might make sure, I thought he'd bring Gabriel back in. He didn't. He kept Louise in because I think he knew he'd be able to cope with Carroll. Right, he Cedric one that was right out of the blue, but that paid off big time. He was excellent. He had an assist for the 3rd goal, and he was prominent throughout the game. I think the other one was leaving Aubameyang in. There was a lot of people who were saying leave Aubameyang out of this game, start Martinelli. He stuck with Aubameyang, and so he got everything right today. It's a good day for Mikel Arteta.
Very good day. You know, he can go home and, you know, pull out the cheese board selection and have a feast.
I wonder why you said cheese. You can't resist it, can you?
Listen, there's a cheese. Listen, I like cheese, man.
Yeah. You like cheese. All right, yeah. But anyway, listen, DT, thank you very much. Oh, the referee.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you know what? I thought he had a good game tonight.
No, that referee's getting on my nerves tonight, man.
No, it wasn't mine. I don't think he was that bad.
Yeah, I guess.
You know what I liked about him? You know what I liked is that he wasn't throwing around yellow cards tonight and stuff like that. Reckless, stupid things. And look, there were a couple of moments where Newcastle players were accused of, I'd say, over-exuberance and maybe sticking an arm in or whatever. But those are incidents that the referee needs help from VAR with. Those are what VAR should be there for. Now, if in his ear he's being told, nah, nothing to worry about, carry on with the game, then he carries on with the game. That's not down to him. I just felt his overall refereeing and handling of the game was actually quite decent by some of the standards we've seen this season. So, again, give him credit, man. You know, when we slag him off enough, especially Ty, do you know what I mean? He ruins them. I'm going to give the referee a 7. I don't think I've ever given a referee at least, or maybe Anthony Taylor in the cup final, I gave him a 10. But, you know.
You really are in a good mood today.
Yeah, man,
listen,
I'm in a good mood.
Thanks very much, mate. Respect. And let's hope we can follow it through into the game against Southampton.
Definitely. Thank you.